Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Apologies, I'm a couple of minutes late. YouTube wasn't allowing me to stream for some reason. But we're here live on YouTube Thursday evening or on the catch up if you're watching the replay. My name is Heather. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Fareham in the United Kingdom, right on the south coast of the UK. And yeah, I'm here to share with you a little bit of crafting this evening. So I thought we would have a go with the Country Floral Lane suite. I know kind of Valentine's is not a massive thing. I like to make a Valentine's Day card, but generally only one. However, I thought this is quite a nice suite just for kind of showing you appreciation as well. Oh, hi Claire, nice to see you this evening. So I'll run you through what you get in the kind of suite, what kind of products they are, and then I've got a couple of cards that we'll make. So, hey Louise, nice to see you again this evening. So this is the Country Floral Lane. As you can see here, it's kind of reds, pinks, blues, really kind of pastel colours. And then these are the kind of elements of that suite. So we've got stamp set and punch, ribbon combo, red and hey Becky, you're right this evening. We've got kind of crumb cake ribbon. I love that. These pastel gel gems and then 2 sets of papers, but the catalogue never does anything justice, does it? Hey Louise, nice to see you this evening. So the whole suite is £74.50, which for a whole kind of combo suite, I think it's quite reasonable. And the colours in there are sweet sorbet, crumb cake, sweet sorbet, petal pink, mossy meadow, mint macaron, and balmy blue. But it goes really well with craft. I think that's why I'm saying crumb cake. Right, so let me show you what we've got. So this is the stamp set. This is the coordinating bunch. And then we've got, these are the gems. So pretty. I love these. You get 2 kind of sheets. One of smaller, one of bigger, but the bigger ones aren't crazy big, which is lovely. And you can see I've used quite a few. This must have been for, oh yeah, this is for team swaps. I was using these for team swaps. So that's those. Then these are the ribbons. I love these ribbons. This is the red. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a nice thin ribbon. And then this is the crumb cake one with that white stitching down the side. Come on. Struggling, there we go. With the little white stitching down the side. Really pretty. These are 1 set of the papers. I'll quickly flick through. So it's 4 colours. Sweet sorbet, loads and loads of designs. Sweet sorbet, petal pink. Good evening, Gina. Nice to see you again this evening. Crumb cake. Sorry, what I've got crumb cake on the brain. I even pulled out the crumb cake ink, but we're not even using it tonight. Mint macaron and balmy blue. So really like those, and they complement. It's nice to have two sets of papers. They complement these other papers really nicely. Hello, Chris. How are you doing this evening? Right, so we've got these ones here. I need to sort my papers out. Bundling them all up into the same packet. So you can see I've used quite a bit of this already. I've got this gorgeous bike print one. And this blue stripe on the back. Oh, I'm going to show you all something in a minute. And it's what I'm doing for my next class. Because I forgot to take it with me today. So these are just some of the papers. Love the designs on these. I love that you kind of get different. So that's just gorgeous, that blue. Hello, Carol. Nice to see you this evening. And loads of different. That really stripy one. You've got the hearts, petal pink. This one we're going to use because I need more sheets of this. I think I need more sheets of that one, and then more hearts. So yeah, loads of newspapers. So I'll leave that one out. I think I've pretty much used up the last of the next one. Oh no, here's some. There's not much left on it. Right. Oh, I'm in a pickle. All in a pickle. So before we get on to making the cards that we're going to do this evening, I'm just going to quickly show you something I made with it to show you that it doesn't have to just be kind of Valentine's Day cards. I made this box, and this is what we're going to be doing in the next class. I haven't kind of tidied the ribbon up yet, but you open the ribbon and then it rolls out and it opens into 6 different boxes. I really like that. I thought that was such a clever idea. And you could recreate that for Christmas, birthdays, or anything. Hey, Anne-Marie, nice to see you. And those are the papers that I've used. And the hearts are really quite subtle. And again, on the inside, those pink hearts. So I thought I'd quickly share that because I forgot to take it to classes this week to show everybody. That's what we're going to do next time. So, right, let's get creating, shall we? So this is the stamp set. So as you can see, I've been punching lots of hearts out, and I am going to stamp, but I'm going to use these kind of punched hearts that I've got already. And what happens is you just literally line up the paper. So I'm just going to cut that down like that. Yeah, I thought that was nice. I've never made one like that before. I've always seen them, but never actually got around to making one. And look, it just lines up in here really nicely. So you can just punch straight out from the designer series paper. I'm going for these ones that have got the mint macaron leaves. Hello, Joanna. Nice to see you this evening. Thank you for popping on. It's been a gorgeous day here in the UK. I went out for a walk, as you might have seen on my Facebook post. I went for a walk down by the coast. It wasn't a long walk, to be honest, but it was just nice to be out. A little bit of fresh air, a bit of sea breeze, watch the sunset down on the beach. Lovely. Good for the soul. So I'm just going to punch them all because I'm here and I want the leaves more than anything. The stamp set does stamp exactly the same. So the heart stamped, you can't really tell a difference. And the little heart as well. So you could stamp that there, and then the leaves. And what I love about this is they're joined up. So they're actually on the same stamp, which is really cool. So you could just go through and stamp a series of hearts, then punch them out. You haven't got to line anything up in order to do that. And the leaves as well there. So that's awesome. I'm going to use this one and this one. That's this one and this one, and I'm going to show you how to kind of line those up. I'm just going to put all my punched hearts and leaves over to one side for just a sec until we need those. Yes, doesn't it? Yeah, doesn't it? I almost wish they had all 4 on one. Then you'd have to ink the leaves up separate because you probably would want the leaves a different colour. But it's halfway. It's halfway to being perfect in my eyes. So where's my cards? I don't know what I'm making without my cards. I'll put them somewhere. This is a disaster. Well, let's get a card base made because I know I need to do that. And we're going to make 2 cards tonight. Let's try and be brave. So just a standard size card base, 14.5, scored in half at 10.5 on my nice new trimmer. Oh, here they are. I've got them. Okay, so let's make that one first. Whoop. And then I'm going for a piece of this pattern paper. That's in the petal pink. And that's going to be at 14. Sorry, that was loud. 14 by 10. Yeah, 14 by 10. Then we want another piece of petal pink cardstock. And that is going to measure for some reason 7.4 centimetres by 10. So I don't think I've got any scraps big enough, sadly. So 7.4 by 10. That was 10 by 7.4. Oh, Jean, you got the stamps and the punch, but not the paper. What were you thinking? That's just madness, woman. Yes, the papers are gorgeous. Yes, you need those. So this is going to be 7.7 by 10.1. No, by 9.6. Basically, just make a mat and a layer like that. So they're going to go mat and layer like that. And that is, I think, all of the, yeah, that's all the kind of bits that we need. So we're going to decorate this little piece, and I'm going to stamp. So we've got one of these, we've got one stamp that's got the flowers. This has got the flowers, and this has got the leaves. And I'm going to stamp leaves first. You do find your own way when you stamp, and especially with stamps like this, you find which is easiest for you. I certainly found that it was easier to stamp the leaves, and then I could line the hearts up. So this is mint macaron, and I'm just gonna, it's gonna come off the page. I'm gonna stamp it off the page to the left, kind of on an angle, about there. So you can see this is the tip of the heart at the bottom. This is the kind of the dip in, and then we'll go for sweet sorbet. Now I've got a feeling I stamped this off because it's in the background of my card, so I didn't necessarily want it full strength red. So I've stamped off, and then I'm just going to line up. There we go. And they just kind of nestle, the hearts and the flowers just kind of nestle in amongst all those leaves there. So that's the background. Again, if you were doing that in the foreground, you might go kind of first generation rather than second generation. But with that mint macaron as well, I think that just tied in really nicely. Yeah, that's a lovely stamp, isn't it? And then just a little bit of glue. And that's going to layer onto our, until I've got my warm fluffies on. Chilly again tonight. That's going to layer straight on there. So with the kind of punched elements out of the paper, these cards come together really quite quickly. And I'd love to make a blue one. I haven't yet. I've gone pink and red for tonight. But I'm going to make one of those roll top boxes as well. I'm going to make that in blue because those papers are just gorgeous. So that's going down like that. And then this is going to layer like a central panel. I quite like making this layout of card where you put designer series paper on the back, and then you've got a smaller panel to decorate. It seems to suit me quite well. I looked back through my Instagram feed yesterday and noticed that a lot of my cards have been like this recently. Just some dimensionals on the back of that. Love it already. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Carol. I mean, you could just leave it there, but I'm not going to. You know me. I'm going to jazz it up just a little bit. So try and get this on as straight as possible. So it's not an equal border all the way around. This has got smaller borders at the side than it has at the top and the bottom. I think that's straight. They always look straight until I look at it off camera. Now I'm going to grab a little piece of white. I've got my scraps box ready to take for class tomorrow. So I don't have my scraps to hand, but that's okay. So I am going to use Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm going to end up with a couple of Happy Valentine's Day cards. I wonder who's going to get the other one. Don't tell Russ. And I'm just going to stamp this along the bottom of my piece of card here. Okay. Another bundle you don't have. Don't make you buying it. I'll try not to, Carol, but I can't promise. I can't promise that you aren't going to end up loving this. And then just trim that like that. And then all I'm going to do is, I don't know what you call this, but just kind of mitre, cut the edges into that kind of shape just to give a nice interesting banner. Okay. Sorry, not sorry. I know, it is a little bit like that, Joanna. Naughty. But they're so pretty. I don't do anything. All I do is make cards. And the products do it. The products do what they got to do. So that's going to go on dimensionals as well. So all I'm going to do is just put some dimensionals along that kind of left-hand edge here. I'm not going to bother doing that one that's hanging off the end, I don't think. I'm just going to put enough on that one that it's going to stabilise and support it. And I'm going to just overlap that over the bottom of that heart there. Okay. And now all we're going to do really, really simply is like make a little spray out of these hearts. So I've just got that little one that we punched out the papers earlier. I am going to put some dimensionals, just one each on the back of those, I don't know what you call those, the bumps, the heart bumps. So I'll put a couple of dimensionals just on the back of there. A little bit of glue on the bottom here. And that's just going to sit under here, something like this. And then we've got a couple of leaves. Oh, we need the other heart. So we need 3 leaves. And then we need one more heart out of the papers. Oh, one of these pretty little ones. And you get, I mean, can you just can you imagine sitting there and fussy cutting all of these out? They're so cute though. I'm just leaving a little border. Just to make that heart shaped. There we go. And that's just going to have a bit of glue on the back. It's going to tuck under there like that. So we're just making literally just a little spray of hearts, and then that one there just tuck under there like that. And then these leaves. Oops. What, you don't need to buy it all at once? You don't need to buy it all at once, no. Definitely not. But you want to buy it all during celebration, because then you get your goodies and your stamping rewards and your celebration goodies rather. So I've just put a little bit of glue on the edge of those. I always struggle with which way round does the leaf go. Which end is the base and which end is the tip? I'm never quite sure. So I'm just giving those a little bit of dimension, not too much. And then just a tiny little bit of glue on the edge. And then tucking that under. And that's just going to stick down like that. Oh, I'll cut all the hearts out. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to cut them all out at once. Just when you need them. They're quite handy just to be able to cut out. that really is it, but I'm going to finish it off. I've got these heart pearls, totally overlooked these in the catalogue, and then realised that if I was working with this suite, I know it comes with the sequins, but I want these on instead. And it comes in 3 different types, so you get these kind of mottled one that they're all coming off the paper. These gorgeous pearlescent ones, and these kind of more see-through ones. I've gone for these. These are my favourite, I think. So they might all go really quickly, and I've just used the little ones. So one there. One there. And one up the top. There. I know, heart pearls, huh? Definitely need these in our lives. And all I've done is just brought in a little bit of twine. I know the kind of thread, the twine, is sold in a big bundle pack now, but linen thread is still sold on its own. So if you're kind of thinking, oh, I want twine, but I don't need a whole pack of 5 different colours, you can just get this one on its own. And I think this is gorgeous because it has this real kind of kink in those ends to it. I mean, they might be a bit long. Let's chop those down just a touch. But they've got that really nice kink in them. And that's it. Oh, hey, Donna. Oh, bless you. Taking a little break from cleaning. I think that sounds like a perfect plan. I too have been cleaning this week, Donna. I've made really good inroads into getting our house sorted. Did a tip run yesterday, and Ross is back tomorrow. He's been away on a little business trip, and I wanted to have all my kind of crafty stuff cleared up from the rest of the house. So I've made a real concerted effort to do that. It feels good, doesn't it? Is that the other end of the pokey tool? Yes, Gina, that's the pokey tool, the take your pick tool. So that's the pokey tool. And then you get this spatula, which I use for unsticking things that I've stuck down errantly. And then this is the other end where you get the kind of blue tacky end for picking things up with. But yeah, it works really nicely. So you just slide the gem along, and it then sticks to the end of the pokey tool, which is really, really handy. How quick was that? That is our card, number 1, done. Just love how they come together so quickly. It would take a little bit longer if I stamped it and punched it, I think, but not much longer. Yeah, really, really pretty. And I'm going to show you another greeting in a minute, another sentiment, because like I say, you might not want to make lots of Valentine's Day cards, but I love this where it just says, just wanted to say, I love that we're friends. So that's what we're going to use next. I thought that was really, really pretty. Nice sentiment. So yeah, that's card number 1. Oh, was this the first one on your print? Do you know what? I was so late getting this. I've only just got it. I nearly didn't as well. Can you believe that? I nearly didn't get it. But I thought, yeah, go on. Let's go for it. And I am glad that I did. So the next one I'm going to do is on a petal pink card base. And I'm going to cut that to 14.5 as well. I know it's super, super quick. Came together really quickly. Oh, you didn't realise you were using the pokey tool today. You were using that tool today. Yeah, you were using that. But yes, that's got the and it comes with a brush attachment as well, and it comes with I'm just scrabbling around for it. It comes with this attachment as well, so you get the ballpoint stylus, so you can score a thin and a thick depending on whether you're working with paper or card. Yeah, love that. You always use your pokey tool. Oh, you've got 3. Oh, well, I've just had to buy one, interestingly enough. I bought another one because I could not find mine anywhere. And when I was teaching class today, I was and the lady that runs the venue, she was like, "Oh, I think I've got one of those." And so she went out the back, and yeah, she found one. It must have been left there after the last time we had class. So I was glad to find that. That's been returned to me. So that was 14.5 by 21, scored in half at 10.5. This is just under 14, which is going to annoy me. So I'll get another piece. We'll always use that. We'll always use cardstock. So piece of basic white cardstock. Nothing ever goes to waste, especially not white. And that's going to be 10 by 14. And we're going to use that offcut of paper that we had earlier. That might be going on your order. I think it might be, Gina. Yeah, they're really, really handy. Really handy to have. So that's just a mat. And then this, I'm going to cut it to, you can tell I've done a lot of preparation for this. A ruler. I'm going to cut it to 2.2 centimetres. You can also tell that I don't actually, I do things by eye when I make them, what looks right, because I've just clearly cut that to a completely random measurement, 2.2, but that's what felt right. It feels really thin. That is really thin. That's not 2.2. Is that? No, I don't know. What did I measure that at then? 2.7. 2.7. So that's there instead. Lovely. So that's our piece of design series paper. And then what I'm going to do is stick that on there. I'm not going to do that bit first. Don't stick it onto the card base first, because we want to do something before we do that. I know this might be a quick live tonight if this card goes as quickly as the last one. So we're just going to stick that on. What I might do this time is stamp and punch, just to show you the difference between the stamps. So that's going to go on just as a normal strip down that left-hand edge. It's lined up. Perfect. And then I'm going to pop some red tape down and right along that seam. So right along the seam, like a little strip of that thin, make sure it's the thin red tape as well. Fold that over at the edges and then peel that off. And then take some of this gorgeous ribbon and you want to just lay that down right up against the seam. The only thing to avoid doing here is putting it down on your paper with the red tape, because it will stick really badly. And then just chop that, and then you can tuck that end round, and you've got, I love that, so pretty. It's a really, really nice red ribbon. I mean, I sound a bit mad getting so attached to ribbon, and then that just layers there like that. Okay. Do I prefer the red tape over the tear and tape? We can't get tear and tape here in the UK anymore, sadly. I tried to order some the other day, and yes, I must say I do prefer it. I think it sticks much stronger. You can get it in different widths as well, and the tear and tape's too wide for a lot of these thinner ribbons. and the red tape is super, super strong. So yeah, I love red tape, I must say. I know it's a bit of contraband, isn't it? But I find it really useful. So what we're going to get now is a little circle. So I'm going to use that piece of cardstock, and I've got somewhere, I've just got to find them. This might slow me down a bit. I need to find my Stylish Shapes dies. Probably my most used die set. Are you a fan of red tape, Joanna? Yeah. Did you? That's really interesting, Lisa. I have to have another look. The only reason I say it was supposed to come in our artisan boxes, and they didn't send any, and they cancelled it for all markets, I think. And then, so I had a look online, and it said not orderable. Couldn't find it anywhere on the OEX or on the customer-facing website. And when I looked at the supply list, it said not orderable. So I will have to have another look, because maybe I'm code here. I ordered whatever you could get. Yeah, sometimes you have to. But yeah, I do. I have had red Stampin' Up Karen tape. I like it, but for a different purpose, I would suggest. I know, that is sad. I will have to have another look. Maybe I'm wrong. Certainly, if you only got it last week, I looked definitely before that. Right, so what I'm going to do is die cut that circle. That is, I think, like the middle circle. So it's the one that is about 7 centimetres across, 2 3/4 inches. Doing it on my special little trolley that's right next to me, which I love now. I don't know how I've managed to live without it. All my die cutting plates live in there. Okay, so this is our little circle. I'm going to bring back in. Now I'm going to be really careful, try not to get red ink all over my card. I can see what's going to happen. Bring back in these big heart shapes, same colours, mint macaron. It doesn't really matter where you stamp this, kind of which way round. It is going to be off, bottom and left and right. It's just a kind of gist. It's the gist of a heart. Oh, it's on there now. Lovely. Well, thank you, Lisa. I will try and order some, because I am out. Like I say, that's why I was looking last time. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was just maybe they didn't have any stock of it or something, and it was showing as not orderable. But that's good to know that it's back. So I should pick some more up. So this is I've stamped it off the page. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's stamp these hearts and show you what they stamp like. So we've got the leaves. We're going to do in mint macaron. I'm going to do leaves and hearts separately, personally. This is just personal preference. So I've got my 2 leaves which are joined up, and I've got my 2 hearts that are joined up. I'm going to grab another block. My 2 leaves, and I'm just going to stamp those in mint macaron. Okay. And they stamp beautifully with that kind of mottled effect as well. It's supposed to look like that. So if you're wondering, oh, it's not stamped properly, you can see on the case, look, it's designed to have that kind of mottled effect. And that stamps, I think that's lovely. And then you can just cut along the straight, and then you can feed those in from the side. So this is how I do it, rather than trying to line everything up. I haven't got a great deal of patience for punches where I have to line everything up. So I'll just cut a strip, stamp my leaves, and then punch those out, and then I'll do the hearts separately. And that will give us 4 beautiful leaves. So it's petal pink we want for the hearts, and sweet sorbet. So petal pink for the little heart. All I do for this is just pick that up, and I know I can stamp just one little heart in that petal pink. Sweet sorbet. Stamp both of those down. And that's what we've got. So it's a bit more vibrant than the paper, but that's absolutely fine. Again, if you wanted it lighter, you just stamp off. But that's a bit too light for me. Or you let your ink pad go dry, because that also gives you a lighter effect. And then I'm just going to trim a little bit off the base. Trim that down there just again, so I don't waste that bit of cardstock. Put this in, line it up. And punch that out. And we can get rid of the bits that we don't need. So it took a little bit longer, but you know, not crazy amount. I think it's a really, really quick sweet to work with. This is going to go on dimensionals, and again, I've just got that heart at a little bit of an angle this time. Not much of an angle. Pop that onto some dimensionals just to raise it up. And I'm going to pop that about there. So this time the sentiment that I'm using is just wanted to say. So that's not a straight line on the bottom. Just make sure whenever you do anything kind of sentiment wise, you make sure you're working from a straight base. Love a jaunty angle. Yeah, I'm not so good with jaunty. Sadly, I wish I was better. My downline Anne-Marie is very good with jaunty. She makes it work. But I don't like it when I put things on jaunty. So just wanted to say that's the sentiment. I'm going to do that in sweet sorbet. And I'm just going to line that up against the bottom. And then I know that when I cut that, that's going to be straight at both ends. And I'm going to do exactly the same as I did before, and just trim those off on the angle. So with this one, because more of it is going to hang off the circle, I am going to put dimensionals right on the end, and I'm going to do 2 of those. So it's double layer, and then these are single layer. We do have Amazon in the UK, definitely. I don't know where Amazon isn't, to be honest. I'm not sure they're not many places. So that's going to go just on the side, just like that. And then again, our heart. So I might need to trim the bottom of this heart off. Oh, those scissors. Do you know what? I don't know where these came from. I've had them years. I've got a pack of, there was about 4 or 5 different sizes, I think, in the pack. I don't know why I went for those, because I've got my snips right here. But so I'm just trying to shape those, because it's on card now, not paper. It takes a little bit more. That's right. Yeah, you order Amazon. Yeah, and they deliver straight to your front door. So So again, just popping a couple of dimensionals onto the things there. And a little bit of glue just on the base. I might need to cut that very, very tip off. Russ and I have, when we've been on holiday, we've used Amazon as well to deliver to, if we were like camping or something, and we wanted something, because you can just change the address. So that's just going to stick that heart down there. I'm going to need another one of those from the paper. One of these out. You can PM me, Donna. Yeah, lovely. And then that's going to, I want it to tuck a bit further under, so I'm just going to have to chop. Just be careful when you chop, because you can't kind of stick it back on again. So don't chop too much, just kind of slithers at a time, and then figure out where you want that to go. And that's going to go about there. Yeah, I think that's going to go about there. And then this one also, again, I might need to chop the bottom off. So I'm just butchering these hearts. Look, that's going to go there. Like that. Oh look, I don't like that. I've stamped it too. No, that's okay. That's okay. Just there again. I just chopped off a little bit more than I had maybe thought would be good to do, but I can't change that now. And then your leaves are going to go. I love how close it looks to the papers. These stamped ones. So they're going to go something like that, and we'll layer all that together. So what's everybody planned for the weekend then? Any great plans coming up? It's cold here in the UK. I know a lot of people have kind of cancelled evening plans and things because the roads are quite treacherous actually at the moment. I'm going out to a board game group tomorrow night, which is always good fun. And but it is only up the road. I won't walk, but it's literally just around the corner from my house and up the road. But yeah, it's just too late at night for me to want to walk. Coming back at about 10 o'clock in the dark. I know, card making. Yeah, seeing me, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. We've got a team event this weekend with our wider team. I'm very, very much looking forward to that on Saturday. A bit of chill out time. It's been a busy week for me this week. I've got my third class tomorrow morning. So I'm kind of just looking forward to chilling out a little bit, if I'm completely honest. And then all I'm going to do is just add another couple of these hearts. I've used mainly the small ones. I'm going to pop on a bigger one there. But I can tell which ones are going to go first out of my bits. Oh, definitely on a jolly Saturday. We are on a jolly. We are going on an adventure. There's 5 of us in the back of the car. So that's going to be, it's not back. Five of us in the car, 2 in the front and 3 in the back. So that's going to be it's going to be good fun. It's going to be good fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. And resting on Saturday, I think. On Sunday, I think. Yeah, been a busy old week, and I'm back to work on Monday. So again, just a twine bow. A little bit of tweaking. Oh, I've made that much longer on one side than the other. Let's see if I can rectify that. But I can't. That's not too bad. Let me just trim that other end to match. There we go. So a little twine bow just there. I know, I'm really, really excited for that, especially because it's a couple of people's first team event. So yeah, very, very much looking forward to it. Crafting, a bit of lunch, some cake, friendship, and yeah, it's going to be good. So that is our second card. You've got 2 card parties next week. First one pretty much planned, just need to finish getting the group done. Still need to plan the second one. Oh, bless you. They're hard work, aren't they? They are a lot of work to do. I feel you. They are a lot of work, but I love them. I wouldn't be without. So this is just to show you the difference between the stamps and the paper. Marginal. They look almost identical, don't they? So when you run out of paper, you can just grab your stamp set. And just wanted to say, I was going to finish it up actually on the inside. So let me just finish it up. This is another piece of cardstock, 14 by 10. Because it's a petal pink card base. You'll want normally to have an insert. So I'm just going to do that. And do you know what? Here's a fun story for you. I've told this a few times, but some of you might not know. One of the reasons I got into card making, I find it fascinating to find out why people started card making. And I started because I got fed up of short bought cards that put the greeting right in the middle. And then I'm like, well, where am I supposed to write my message? Because I want to write my message and you've put the greeting in the middle. And I remember getting so frustrated that I was like, I'm just going to make my own. So that's why I started card making. So I always put my sentiment at the top. Because then I write who it's to, there's the sentiment, and then I want to write my message underneath. So, yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? What a silly reason to get into card making. It wasn't because I enjoyed crafting, which I didn't know at the time. I did. I was not crafty at all. I was when I was a kid, but I had no hobbies like that at all. And we had a little kind of craft shop down the end of my road. And I went there and I bought myself some card and some stickers and I made a card. And it kind of snowballed, I would say, from there. But yeah, I just got a piece of card, folded it in half, put some stickers on the front, and that was my card. So I could write what I wanted on the inside. Interesting, huh? Or maybe not, maybe boring. You had one with 12 attending. That's so much. Oh, bless you, 12. Yes. So yes, I have varying different classes. I think the most I had was 20 something. Yes, you're right. It's a lot of people. It's like, oh, I just don't know I don't know where I'm supposed to be at any one time. So there's our 2 cards and the 2 that I did before. So I now have an abundance of kind of Valentine's cards, but just wanted to say I love that we're friends, so it doesn't have to just be for Valentine's Day. And these hearts, I think, rather than just kind of using them on their own in that suite, will work really nicely with other things as well. So if you, let's say, had the owls, you can have a couple of hearts in the background, so it doesn't have to just be very, very heavily orientated on Valentine's. Lovely cards. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you, Carol. Oh, thanks, Louise. It has been lovely. And I can't believe how productive I was. 2 cards, and we've still got 10 minutes to spare. At my first team training, I met. Oh, was it Becky? Oh, isn't that cute? I don't see. I've got such a terrible memory. I remember spending a lot of time with you at Vienna and really thinking, oh, I like her. So that's where I kind of remember. But I hadn't realised it was team training that we first met. I'm not surprised. Natalie's team training. Beautiful cards. Ah, thanks. Thanks, Joanna. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Yep, that's all from me for today. I will be back next Thursday, all being well. I am working, but I should be back at 7. So I'm hoping to get something prepped for that this weekend. So I'm not kind of lastminute.com. But yeah, I don't know what with. I don't know what we'll be doing or anything. But I'll try and think of something so that we can come together next Thursday and have another crafty session. Oh, did I sit next to you, Becky? Oh, you've got a good memory. My memory is genuinely terrible. So please don't take it personally if I don't remember anything in life. It's just awful. My dad always said to my mum, I have my mum's memory, and my dad's always said that he could take her on holiday or just tell her they've been on holiday, and because she wouldn't have a clue. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, we went there once," and she'd be, "Oh, did we? Was it nice?" Because she doesn't remember, or she didn't remember, and yeah, neither do I. More hearts. I could do more hearts. I have got a card. I have got a card already made, which we could do next week with more hearts. But you might want something different. I enabled you, did I, Carol? Have you been enticed by this beautiful sweet? It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. So yeah, I should probably say any of the products that you've seen tonight you can purchase through me at my online store. Visit my website www.thesongbirdstampin.co.uk. But other than that, I will see you all next Thursday if I don't see you kind of Facebook or Instagram beforehand. Thanks very much indeed. Have a lovely evening. Have a fab weekend, and I will catch up with you all again soon. Thanks, guys. See you later. Bye for now. Bye.